There are franchises that never should have been franchises. They have one good entry, maybe two, and then decades sometimes of terrible, terrible sequels. One such franchise is The Terminator. This is my collection of the first five Terminators. This artwork is shit, and I'm going to be replacing it because I'm a sick man, and despite everything I've heard, I will be buying Terminator Dark Fate for the one and only reason that this case has 6 spots, and there are 5 movies in it. So I have to buy Terminator Dark Fate just for a sense of completion, just for a sense of symmetry. Terminator 1, masterpiece. Terminator 2, even better. Terminator 3 has some okay stuff in it. Terminator Salvation. Actually, the one movie that I wish that they maybe had continued. If they had to continue. I would have loved to have seen Terminator Salvation progress. You know, you bring back, you start seeing like the war, the way that it looked in the first, the little prologues to Terminator 1 and 2, laser guns and armies of T-800s and even maybe T-1000s. You know, eventually leading to the discovery of the time machine and the sending back of everybody. Last shot of the Terminator Salvation, last shot of the last film, Arnold arriving in 1984, looking out over Los Angeles. That would have been perfection. But they didn't do that. Nope, they didn't do that. Terminator Salvation was okay. They didn't put their best foot forward for the first movie, and so time to reboot. Terminator Genysis, the movie that we're here to talk about today. A movie that I once described as watching money burn because the movie sucked so terribly that within a couple years, hey, we got a Terminator Dark Fate. I look forward to, in a few more years, oh no, Terminator Dark Fate doesn't count. This will be the true Terminator 3. They've ignored T3, T4, T5, and they're going to have to ignore Dark Fate because it didn't even generate that foreign market money. You see how it's like 3.5 minutes into the video and I have yet to really start discussing Terminator Genysis? This movie sucks. This movie is so terrible. It's boring. Basic premise. They Star Trek 2009 the thing. The plot doesn't make any sense. As far as continuity goes, doesn't make any sense. Somehow, Skynet altered the timeline. You would think that that would have affected Terminator 1 and 2. Apparently not. So now we've got Emilia Clarke instead of Linda Hamilton, and the charisma vacuum of Jai Courtney instead of Michael Biehn, and the most convoluted, like, okay, a Terminator went back to 1970 something, and now we've got to go to 2017. Well, really, we were going to go to 1997, but and Arnold is a good Terminator again, but now John Connor's a bad Terminator. The disrespect that this franchise has had for John Connor in the last two installments is amazing. And almost in Terminator Salvation, because the alternate ending to the original ending to Terminator Salvation was John Connor dies, and they put like Christian Bale's face on what's his face? What's his name? The guy from Avatar, who, again, another charisma vacuum. Sam Worthington? Yeah. So the last three movies have been trying to figure out a way to get rid of John Connor. You know, the whole point of the first two movies, the ones that they want to continue the story from, is how important John Connor was. Terminator Genysis is terrible. It's one of those movies where I bought it. I didn't see it in the theater. I skipped it in the theater because it looked really bad. I bought it hoping it would be one of those movies that critics and audiences didn't get, you know, in my opinion. And no, they got it. They got it. 2 out of 5 stars. I give it 2 out of 5 because the action is competent. Schwarzenegger is a charming guy, even if he is mugging it up in ways that... God, Arnold. Make better choices, Arnold. You used to. It was Terminator Genysis that flopped and cost us King Conan. The studio was going to do King Conan, and then they said nope after Terminator Genysis. And any hope that Terminator Dark Fate would fix that, gone. Stop making Terminator movies. No more Terminator, no more Alien, no more RoboCop, no more Die Hard. Just stop it. These things don't have to go on forever. They don't. Just stop. Make new things. Make new things. Arnold, look for new scripts. You did it with Maggie and with what was it, Aftermath. Not great movies, but you looked for something where you could kind of stretch out a little bit. Look for those. Don't do Terminator 7. You know, or as they'll call it, the real Terminator 3. Don't do it. 2 out of 5. Fuck this movie.